Played this dive in the village, somewhere on the edge. During the breaks, we'd hang outside, have a smoke, sitting on a ledge. I'd watch the parade as it passed by, those junkies and hot-to-trot teens. And it felt so right to be sharing the night with angels, punks, and raging queens. Played that gig for a long time, got to know some folks, gave them some change and took their cards, heard their schemes, listened to their jokes. Sometimes they'd stop and hear my song en route to their fabulous scenes. And I still get laughs from old photographs of angels, punks, and raging queens. Well, I like that time in the village, but I still don't know what it means. Matrons and whores, intellectual bores, angels, punks, and raging queens. Past that place like a phantom, and everything has changed. That lousy dive is a sleek boutique. Priorities, I look stunning actually. I long for the mix of the bad old days, those ball gowns and worn out jeans. And I sing this song for the folks who have gone. No, come on, it's not about me, everybody. These angels, punks, and raging queens. Ooh, oh, thanks, loves. Hello, everybody. That was, I know it's a vigil, but you can still give energy. The come down doesn't kick into a Wednesday or Thursday, apparently, I've heard. Hello, everybody. This is good. Welcome to the George House Trust and the Manchester Pride Candlelit Vigil 2025. See you in a bit, then. See you in a bit. Just putting that, they can't get tech people about to do it. If I asked you now, will you be my prince? Will you lay down your armor and be with me forever? When you open me, all the power in me moves how you want to see. All the depth in me real. When you open me, all the power in me moves. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. When I look into your eyes, there's a danger inside. And when I see the end, I can never hide. See me running, 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 running. Running, 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 running. to you, from you to you. There's a strange love inside, and it's getting louder, it's getting louder, it's getting louder. There's a danger I can't hide, and it's who I am, it's who I am, it's who I am. I'm in love, 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 I'm in
His name was Glyn, outrageously camp, covered with diamante. He adored Manchester pride. He had a white horse-drawn coffin at his funeral and a live string quartet playing Mozart at the height of elegant camp. I did his eulogy. I do a great eulogy, witty, compassionate, moving. I've done too many.
His name was Toner. He was mad about Madonna, but his funeral was boring, plain, no kind words, no music. But afterwards we went to his flat, drank loads of cheap booze, had a great time, laughed, reminisced.
His name was Stephen. He was 27 years old, brave and carefree on the surface, but underneath, he was scared and frightened. His family didn't want to know. They didn't even mention AIDS at his funeral.
Her name was Margaret. Stephen was the first person she looked after, and when he died, she dedicated her time to sitting with boys rejected by their own mothers.
Her name was Louise. She was the most vibrant and lovable person I've ever known. She called me Beans Bourgeois. She tried so hard to come off the heroin, but never succeeded.
His name was Michael. He was my stepson. Always late, never on time. I used to joke he'd be late to his own funeral. When he died, I thought, well, this is the one occasion you will be on time. But the hearse broke down, and we were 20 minutes late to the crematorium. He always had the last laugh.
Their names were Philip, Tony, Jack, Michael, Alan, Colin, Jeffrey, Adrian.
His name was Scott. He adored the Golden Girls. If someone wronged him, he'd scream, "Oh, we're going to have a hanging, but we'll have a whipping first."
His name was Josh. He was a bastard. But he was beautiful. He joked that if he died, he'd haunt me in bed. So I hope he does.
His name was Andrea. He was a fabulous florist from Brazil with an appetite for rough men. After a session with a married plumber from Bath, lean, muscular, 6'2", bingo, he put a Fray Bentos pie in a pan to boil. But he dozed off. An hour later, and boom! His whole kitchen became this insane, scatological Jackson Pollock with added shrapnel. He didn't care. It's the new look, darling, that I want it.
They were children of the night. They danced the night away with their tops off at trade.
Their name was Danny, the biggest diva of the lot.
Their name was Manic Mary.
Enough said. Their names were Sebastian, Tony, Larry, Andy, Steve, Simon, James, Colin.
His name was Nazir. Naz for short. He was married with 2 kids, a closeted gay man. But when he was diagnosed, he went public and he was rejected by his mosque, by his community, and support services failed to understand the different parts of who he was. So we set up a charity in his name so no one else got left behind.
His name was Iran. He worked at the London Lighthouse offering advice, support, help, and love.
His name was Joseph. He cared deeply about black men loving other black men. And his words saved me when I felt like I was dying.
Their names were Oscar, Joaquin, Juan, Victor, John, Paloma, Felipe, Rodrigo. Viven en nuestros corazones.
His name was Freddie. He stood on stadiums and sang, "The show must go on." In reality, nobody can live forever.
His name was Anthony Perkins. Hollywood tried to silence him, but on his funeral urn, he put, "Don't fence me in."
His name was John Curry. He won gold at the 1976 Winter Olympics.
His name was Robert Mapplethorpe. He took striking black and white portraits.
His name was Michael Sundin. He presented Blue Peter.
His name was Keith Haring. His vibrant street art fought back against AIDS.
Their names were?
Nils,
Tom.
And Michael.
They shone like the stars of the Starlight Express.
His name was Sylvester. His music was the soundtrack to our lives. And despite everything, he made us feel mighty real.
his name was Stephen. You're supposed to say how lovely they were, but he was actually quite bitter. AIDS softened him.
His name was Terry. Said he couldn't face pride anymore. Too many faces no longer there.
His name was Georgie. He'd said would fit 3 lifetimes into one.
Her name was Kim. She loved Guns N' Roses.
His name was Simon. He loved to run.
His name was Cameron. He loved to swim.
His name was Jamie. He was only 2 months old.
She was his sister.
He was her brother.
They were his lovers. Each of their names and stories woven with grief and rage and joy and love into the AIDS quilt. Together, we remember them and the 44 million others across the world who've had their lives cut short by HIV and AIDS. And together, we stand with those living with HIV and those working tirelessly to eradicate it.
Never forget.
everyone. Good evening. I'm Russell T. Davis, and I'm delighted to be here as the patron of the George House Trust. Hooray for them, which this year is celebrating 40 years of HIV activism. And listen, I've done a bit of time travel in my time, so let's just travel back to what it was like 40 years ago, when it's so hard to imagine for any younger people in the crowd tonight. There was no information. This virus appeared. There was nothing. We didn't have our phones. We couldn't look anything up. There wasn't anything in the newspapers, and if there was, it was a lie. The government did nothing. The NHS was starved of information. So we mobilized. We did what we've done throughout history, which is to mobilize ourselves. And so 40 years ago, 6 men in Manchester formed the Manchester AIDS Line, which in 1990 became the George House Trust. Which is, a few years ago, I was honored to be the writer of a series called It's a Sin, which was about the AIDS crisis. Thank you. Bless those people who made that. I was very, very lucky man. Thank a lot of people, honestly. And I was given the greatest gift by the George House Trust because they kept the logs of all those phone calls. All that AIDS line stuff was written down by the volunteers, by the staff, as this incredible record of that era. And I'd just like to, standing here on a night in Manchester, what a beautiful summer's night, but it makes you think of all those nights in Manchester, a lot more lonely than this, with voices calling out in the darkness. And I just want, 40 years later, I just wanted to hear some of them, some of those voices reaching out, which are astonishing and heartening and heartbreaking. A man called Billy phoned for a chat because he knows that his days were numbered and had no one else to talk to. One man phoned up from Blackpool because his doctor wouldn't tell him. He wanted to know how long he had to live. One call was just silence. Silence. Then a man said, "Is that the AIDS line?" They said, "Yes." And he hung up. There was a gay man, this is a shocking story, there was a gay man in Nelson who phoned up. He'd gone to Burnley General for an operation. The surgeon had refused to operate on him. He contacted his GP to get some help, and the GP was astonished that he was a gay man and said, "You are plotting the downfall of the wider community." Astonishing. That was a GP. In fairness, there was a large hotel in Manchester. I wish it named it. It doesn't name it. A large hotel phoned up wanting to train its staff. Well done. Good place. Well done. I know a woman phoned in to say, "Can I catch it if someone sneezes?" No, but bless her for the lack of information. One man phoned up in a high-risk group saying, "I've lost 4 stone. I can't stop coughing. I've got severe headaches." And then he hung up. Oh, heartbreaking stuff. The Daily Mail phoned. The Daily Mail phoned wanting to know the name of a doctor who'd appeared on television talking about AIDS. They wanted his details. Monsters then, monsters now. Monsters. And one man called because his sister's lover had told his boss that he was HIV positive. He'd been sacked. So he was actually phoning the AIDS line because he was moving to Manchester and needed accommodation. But that's the story of people phoning in the dark, voices at night being talked to by volunteers, calling out and reaching out. Mothers phoning about sons, men phoning about their partners, lesbians offering help, voices reaching out into the dark. And you know what happened? You happened. That's what happened. We all came together as a community where the government had let us down, and we provided help and information and friendship and a hand to hold. It is always worth remembering that HIV activism is one of the most successful movements in the history of the world. Congratulate yourselves, because we rose up and we did the work that was missing. And the L and the G and the B and the T and the Q and the I and the A, and it has to be said, that often missing letter, the S, the straight people, our wonderful straight allies. Doctors, nurses, mothers, fathers, brothers, lovers, teachers, all of them reaching out to do, when the system had let us down, they stepped in, we all stepped in. It's amazing standing here. I'm thinking tonight it's like a visual representation of what happened, except it's not a visual representation of what happened. It's a literal representation of what happened. You came, you did the work, you are wonderful. Thank you, honestly. It's like I now have to do my job as patron of the George House Trust and say, "Thank you for clapping, now give us some money." Actually, because it's like, do you know what? There are demons abroad in the world today. There are terrible movements. There's a thing called HIV denial now, which is going against everything we hold dear. We still need the money. We still need the education. There's stigma still out there. The nonsense is still out there. The lies are still out there. And personally, I think the ignorance is growing. So we do need your cash. If you can skip a coffee, I know times are hard, skip a coffee, skip a bag of chips, and give us some money. That is enormously grateful receipt. Because in the end, it's my honour to stand here. It's my honour to have written It's a Sin. It's my honour to represent the George House Trust, because in the end we stand here remembering on this night, a night that once had those voices calling across it. Now we're gathered to answer those voices, and we can remember those we've lost, those who lived, those who learnt, and all of those that we love and love still. Thank you very much. Cheers.
Why is Cliff Leach at George House? Was he ever a volunteer for HIV?
He must have been, yeah.
Right, let's start at the very beginning. I'm going to give you this.
1984, I was 28 years old, began reading about GRID, gay-related immune deficiency, this strange news disease affecting groups of gay men in Los Angeles and New York. I remember feeling scared, afraid, unsure what would happen next.
I arrived in Manchester in 1970 and was very lucky to find what we would now call a gay sock. I became a gay activist, and in 1983, when HIV was arriving in this country, I was a volunteer at the Gay Centre on Switchboard and for Mancunian Gay, a local community magazine.
So I decided to organise a public meeting above the Thompson's Arms. An amazing guy called Tony Whitehead came from the Terence Higgins Trust and made a powerful speech that said HIV would change all our lives. I just felt something had to be done.
A group of us started Manchester AIDS Line in 1985 because there was a growing need for information.
In the beginning there weren't many calls, but as word got out, we had more and more calls, and it became really clear that this service was absolutely needed.
Give us a little bit more detail of what those early August bank holiday weekends were like.
I don't have the memories, you see, too.
Did you go out over the August bank holiday weekend?
Absolutely.
Is that the reason why you can't remember?
What we now call Pride started very small in the mid-1980s with a jumble sale and small-scale fundraising. I think I was always passionate because it was a reaction to being closeted and kind of frightened and feeling isolated as a gay teenager.
Our friends and lovers were dying of AIDS, but we kept arguing, lobbying, dancing and loving. We were determined to live. A new generation of LGBT and HIV activists were born, and organisations like George House Trust were built on our passion and our rage.
I love. I first came to George House Trust in 1995 with my son, who was 5.5, a week after diagnosis. It was really difficult and we were scared, but straight away we felt like family.
I was going to react to you and be like, well, I wasn't born then.
Yeah, I mean, in 1995 when we first went, they already had Bernardo's, they already had children's groups and women's groups. So like HIV, George House Trust didn't discriminate from the beginning.
I first came to George House Trust when my mental health was really bad and I felt like I had nowhere else to go.
I was scared, to be honest, and I got the courage eventually. I walked in and I saw these good-looking, amazing African women, and I thought, what? You can be HIV positive and look like this? And I thought, you know what? I'm going to be part of this.
I was so scared when I got diagnosed with HIV, and I think learning Anita's story and kind of the rich history of the George House Trust gave me the confidence to feel that I wasn't going to be alone and I could do anything.
Greater Manchester is a global leader in the HIV response, but it's not over. Stigma, fear, shame, blame and misinformation still remain, and we're determined to root it out wherever it lurks. Sadly, here in the UK, people still die prematurely of HIV-related complications. That's outrageous. It's a completely preventable and manageable condition.
It has been an exciting year for George House Trust. We have had our drug ball, and we are all excited about the Candlelit Vigil at Manchester Pride. For me, the most exciting thing is being involved with the exhibition at Manchester Central Library.
It took 500 volunteer hours to catalogue over 1,000 items, making them publicly accessible here at Manchester Archives. And we've digitised around half of them. But in 200 years' time, when we're all gone, people will be able to look back and access these records and see the work that George House Trust and Manchester did in the fight against HIV and AIDS.
The Candlelit Vigil at Manchester Pride, what are your memories?
Oh my God, it's so special.
The phone ringing with endless residents of Sackville Street saying, what are these bloody fireworks at 20 past midnight? That's my first memory of the vigil.
And a lot of people had come because they knew we were diagnosed. And my son was stood with his candle so proud for our friends we've lost, not knowing that he was stood there for himself too.
When I'm at the Candlelit Vigil, I feel quite emotional at the beginning, but then towards the end, I feel quite fuzzy and warm because it feels like we're a community.
The Pride Vigil is very different from the World AIDS Day Vigil. We've just had this huge celebration.
It's almost like the end of a night when you're all leaving, it's your last dance, but it's that sense of community and love that everyone feels together.
I think remember people who died of AIDS is an act of resistance.
It's so powerful. It's still a protest.
It says that we are here and it just says that we matter.
How are you feeling about getting on stage in front of 5,000 people this year?
Oh, it had to be done.
I'm actually really excited.
You do know it's live streamed as well?
Yeah, are you joking? Are you joking? I've already given everyone the link.
Yes.
What does life look like these days?
Well, I've taken a step back from gay activism, but Paul Fairweather and I still go for walks many a Friday morning.
I still manage the Positive Speakers Project, and actually I speak at lots of events and conferences, so maybe I'm still quite busy. I'm still as passionate and driven and as angry as I was 40 years ago.
Who do you do it for?
I did it for the teenage closeted me, but I'm thrilled that it had an impact on tens of thousands of people since.
I do it because I see the difference we make and I know we can do more.
I do it for other women who are living with HIV.
For the younger generation.
For 21-year-old me.
For my healing.
I do it for Glyn and for all my other friends who died of AIDS.
There's an old friend that I once heard say something that touched my heart, and it began this way. I was born by the river in a little tent, and just like that river I've been running ever since. It's been a long time coming, but I know the change is gonna come. Oh, yes it will. He said, it's been too hard living, but I'm afraid to die. I might not be if I know what was out there beyond the sky. It's been a long time coming, but I know my change has got to come. Oh, yes it will. Said I said to my brother, won't you help like to, but I'm not able. No, no. And when I looked around, he was right back down on his bended knee. Oh,
A change must have come. Otherwise, you wouldn't be witnessing over 200 years between us of queer resistance and experience. Let's hear it for that. It actually just means that we're old. Oh, I'm going to put my glasses on. That's right. I knew there was something. It comes to us all. How are you doing, Manchester? Change. I haven't changed. I haven't transitioned into anything. Because in the words of Lady Gaga, I was actually born this way. Of course, I didn't know back then that I was going to turn into a fabulous trans woman, did I? And how would I know that? Because I thought I had to wait for the world to change before anything like that could happen. So I waited. And the wait was painful and lonely at times and scary. But while I was waiting, I found others. And we saw each other. And we loved each other quite regularly, actually. And we danced together, and we marched together, and we got angry together. And best of all, we stopped waiting for them to change. Because you see, they find this, me, us, all very difficult and confusing. And they are very, 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 very slow. So slow that we overtook them and left them behind and waved at them as we headed over the hill, far, far away, towards fabulous and free. Ah, a land they could only ever dream of visiting. And I think they were a bit jealous. So they decided we should have to work a bit harder to get to be fabulous and free. And they've been trying that for years and years and years. And I mean like really trying. Don't do this. Don't we there. Don't say that. Don't you dare look happy being you. Anyway, try as they might. And despite all this, we just kept getting more and more fabulous and more free. So like I said, I haven't changed, but I have stopped waiting for them to change because it's a waste of my fabulous time. Don't wait to be fabulous and don't wait to be free.
I've encountered a great deal of change in my 76 years on this planet. And sometimes it can be painfully slow. I was 18 years old when the partial decriminalization of homosexuals happened in 1967. Not that that stopped me. But it took until 2001, that's 34 years, for us to get equal age of consent under the law. Change can also be, well, life-changing. I was patient L1 at the Middlesex Hospital in October 1982, just 33 years old, and they said, Jonathan, you've got between 3 and 9 months to live. My world collapsed, and so did I. But my coping strategy was to throw myself into displacement activity, and there was plenty of that around. So I didn't have time to worry about this killer virus coursing through my veins. London was a hotbed of left-wing political movements. Change, it felt was in the air. And the biggest change was just to come. I saw an advert to join a nuclear protest at Greenham Common. And I got to the square and saw the coach. I bottled it. But at Russell Square, and I turned to flee when a voice said, "Hello, my name's Nigel. What's yours?" I turned and I saw this guy wearing green Wellington boots, crimson and ochre pantaloons, a crimson Fair Isle sweatshirt, and this mop of black curly hair. And that was Nigel Young, my partner of almost 39 years. We joined Lesbian and Gay Men Support the Miners. If you've seen the film Pride, well, Dominic West plays me. You can see the likeness from my profile. But change isn't permanent. And now we see a new part of our community under attack in the same way that we were attacked in the 1980s. The Supreme Court judgment of the ruling on gender, well, its stupidity and its ignorance is appalling. So change. Don't be scared of it. I've embraced it in my wonderful, colourful life. So keep the faith. Change is gonna come.
Yes, a change is gonna come. Back when I really was young, at uni for the first time back in the States, not long after Reagan was elected for the first time, yeah, as if that wasn't bad enough, some kids on campus got out their pointy white hoods and burned a cross where they thought the Black Student Union was having a party. We weren't there, but, and when the school held a service about it, they asked me as secretary of the Black Student Union to speak. And I wondered, what would I tell the next generation? That there had been a little light that shone during the civil rights movement, bright, short-lived, and that it had gone out? That the more things changed, the more they stayed the same? But I was young, and I was wrong. A few years later, I was in the room as a reporter when scientists announced they had found the first treatment for AIDS, AZT. I chased that scientist out of the briefing room to ask whether my friends should try to get on it. And they said, only if they're already dying. And I cried because I couldn't see a good end for my friends. And like Jonathan knows, for many of them back then, there wasn't one. But I didn't know then that I would live to see PrEP, or U equals U. Or a black US president. That's right, we did have one once. And my grandmother, born in 1900, who saw her brother lynched, didn't know that her grandchild would be a writer or a joyous lesbian warrior who would learn. That's right. Who would learn that we will not only survive, we will thrive. It's because we've come so very far that they're trying so hard to bury that light, like Kate said, that light we all carry, that light that nothing can put out. It is our differences that make us beautiful. And if you look around you, just look around you right now, if you want to see how beautiful we truly are. And yes, we're living through grim times with our trans siblings being denied and a dark flood trying to reach across the Atlantic. But a change is gonna come. And I come from people who survived the Middle Passage. We survived slavery. We survived Jim Crow. We survived segregation. We survived the Lavender Scare. And over here, we survived Section 28. And we will survive this and thrive. A change is gonna come because we're gonna bring it.
There were times when I thought I wouldn't last so long. But right now, somehow, I believe I can carry on. I said it's been a long time coming, but I know a change is gonna come. Oh yeah, oh yeah, hey yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh
Hi, Manchester. How are we doing? Nights like tonight remind me why I love this city so much. I'm here tonight because I'm remembering my best friend who I lost last summer. So, Ash, if you could see me right now, I love you, and I hope I've made you proud. I don't know about you, I can't deny it any further. Recently I've been feeling heavy. Maybe you've been feeling it too. Like the world is darkening. The slow creep of the far right. Our bodies policed, our rights threatened, and not just in this country, but around the world. So it goes without saying that my heart, my thoughts and our prayers go out to the people of Congo, Sudan, and Palestine. I am sick of bomb droppings being labeled as liberation. our struggle being co-opted as justifications of their crimes. Isn't it funny how they care so much about us when they want to kill and destroy others? Divide and conquer, that's all they care about. But people's right to freedom is not contingent on the tolerance of us. And I won't let their hate infiltrate our collective struggle for peace, for joy, and for liberation. During the Vietnam War, a man stood outside the White House with a single protest candle every night. One evening, a reporter came to him and said, "Sir, do you really think your small act of protest is going to change anything?" And the man replied, "Oh, I don't come here for them. I come here so they don't change me. I won't allow the steady, maddening onslaught of insanity to wear down my humanity. I will keep knowing the truth and telling the truth. I will do my small part every damn day to stay awake and tender so that the world doesn't wear away at my humanity." Look, whether that really happened or not, or whether it's just some romantic folklore about protest history, I still think it's pretty damn cool. But it pains me and it breaks my heart that we are still in that dark place, back to square one. How much more do we have to endure? How long will it go on for? When will we learn the lesson? Violence does not fix anything. So Manchester, in a darkening world, now more than ever, I invite you to light your candle now. Raise them up. Wow. Tonight, we lay this wreath and light our candles in memories of those who came before us. A ritual of remembrance that began in response to the AIDS crisis and now woven into the very fabric of this community, in this place and in this time, because we must never forget. In this darkening world, our candles become a symbol of gentle protest, because our queer light shines bright in the darkness, and in the darkness that has not yet understood it.
time for us. There's no place for us. What is this thing that builds our dreams, yet slips away from us? Who wants to live forever? Who wants to live forever? There's no chance for us. It's all decided for us. This world has only one sweet moment set aside for us. Who wants to live forever? Who wants to live forever? And touch my tears with your lips.
Touch my world with your fingertips,
And we can laugh forever. And we can laugh forever. Forever is ours today. Who wants to live forever?
2, 3. Feel surrounded by the world. Breathe out. 2, 3. Let yourself be held. Breathe in. We are all here. Breathe out. Together. I wanted to live forever. Not for forever, but because I wanted to live. And nothing seemed like enough. But I and the ghost lighted candles. Never quite leaving the party. Ghostly friend at your shoulder. Breathing. Sometimes we just want to live, shedding our skin day by day, leaving some kind of a trace, carrying the weight of empty grief, of years of looking stones, looking stories. We can build a dry stone wall of memories and know that it will outlast us. Child, you want to live forever, but everything has its time. And now is the time. And now is your time. Take it. Take time. And breathe. Breathe in. Feel the world around you. Breathe out. Feel the world around you. Be free. Breathe. Breathe the air around you. Listen. All I'm saying is, let us live. Because together, we can be everything we need. All I'm saying is, let us be together. Let us give each other everything we need. We could be free. We could be free and live. Listen, all I'm saying is that we are living. Don't let that be taken. Don't let these times be wasted. Don't cast your eyes to the floor, evading the glance of your neighbour. Don't turn away. Don't fear what it takes to destroy us. Don't fear the match held to our favourite days. Blow it out. Claim freedom and breathe. Freedom. Breathe in. Together. Freedom. Breathe out. Together. We're not living forever, but we're living together. Listen, all I'm saying is that I love you. I love you for being, for breathing. Listen, all I'm saying is that that is enough. That we are breathing and we have love. And the ghosts at our shoulders are helping us, holding us, and that we have given too much, and that we are together. Breathe in, together. Breathe out, together. Live. We're not living forever, but we're living together.
It's not true. Tell me I've been lied to. Crying isn't like you. What the hell did I do? Never been the type to let someone see right through. Ooh. You won't take it back. Say you were trying to make me laugh, and nothing has to change today. You didn't mean to say I love you. I love you, and I don't want to. Up all night on another red eye.
I wish we never learned to fly.
Maybe we should just try to tell ourselves a good lie. I didn't mean to make you cry. Ooh, baby, won't you take it back? See, you were trying to make me laugh, and nothing has to change today. You didn't mean to say I love you. I love you, and I don't want to. The smile that you gave me, even when you felt like dying. We fall apart as it gets dark. I'm in your arms in Central Park. There's nothing you could do or say. I can't escape the way I love you. I don't want to, but I love you.
Manchester Pride! Make some noise for the Untold Orchestra, our incredible vocalists Sam, Nicole, Dom, Dan, and our beautiful Vigil Ensemble! Manchester, what can I say? I bloody love you! What an evening. What a weekend. Let me introduce myself. Anyone a fan of It's a Sin? Well, you've all seen me very, very naked playing Richie's boyfriend, Donald Bassett, in that fantastic show. But what you might not know is that I'm also the creative producer of this incredible event. And for the last 5 years, it has been an absolute honor to be part of the team that makes tonight happen. There are so many people who make this event so, so special. All the incredible artists and speakers, creative director Kate O'Donnell, Movement director Yandas, musical director Sam Davies, music arranger Just Paul, choir conductor Dan McDwyer, costume designer Marina Diamantidi, the production team that built all of this. Our videographers, our designers, the Manchester Pride team, and also the amazing folk at George House Trust. Manchester, please show your appreciation for the incredible team. Yes, tonight is very special. But you know the one thing that makes it really special? I'm going to get a bit soppy here. It's you. Yes. The fact that so many of you turn up at 9 p.m. after 4 days of partying says something about the kind of community we've built here in Manchester. What do you think? So Manchester, I bloody love you. Just look at that, 5,000 candles, 5,000 hearts all beating as one. Honestly, I really wish you could see what we get to see from up here. 40 years of HIV activism. I'll be 40 next year, can you believe? Thank you very much. You know, as someone who was diagnosed with HIV just a few years after the discovery of effective medication, let me tell you, I live by the mantra that growing old is a privilege, because not everyone makes it. Tonight, we have honored our dead, and we have renewed our resolve to fight like hell for the living. You know, since I began work on this vigil 5 years ago, the world has changed rapidly, and it's not always for the better. But history shows us that at times of injustice, instability, and upheaval are also times of great creativity, community building, and change for good. In the song La Vie Bohème for the musical Rent, Jonathan Larson wrote, "The opposite of war isn't peace, it's creation. When they seek to destroy, it is time for us to create." And boy, are we creative. I've seen some of your outfits this weekend. Back in 1985, in amongst illness, death, prejudice, and hate, 6 gay men set up a helpline because people were scared. People were dying. 40 years on, their legacy endures. And my life with HIV here in Manchester is undoubtedly better thanks to the work of George House Trust. Just look at what they helped me achieve. But Manchester, HIV is not over, as you well know, and there are thousands still living lives dominated by stigma, prejudice, and secrecy. And sadly, here in the UK, as Darren mentioned in the film, people still die prematurely because HIV stigma stops them accessing the healthcare that they need. That is an outrage. Manchester, GHT relies on your donations now more than ever. Last year, you donated a massive £7,000 to George House Trust at the vigil. This year, what do you reckon? Double it? Oh, what's an extra 20 quid on the amount you spent this week anyway? Get your phones out, get texting, get your hands in your pockets, put somebody in those buckets. Manchester, all that's left for me to say is thank you. Thank you for trusting me and the team with this very special, very important event. And thank you for always showing up when it matters most. You are here in this park tonight because despite all the awful stuff going on out there, you believe a better world is possible. You believe in the power of community. You believe in the power of unity. You understand that remembrance is a powerful political act. They were here. They are here again with us tonight. Can you feel them? Yes, make some noise. They were here, and their lives mattered. So as we celebrate this incredible milestone with George House Trust, and as we look forward to the next 40 years and the challenges this changing world might bring, promise me this: always honor your dead, but fight like hell for the living. Thank you. And normally, because I'm down there calling this show, you don't get to hear this bit, but because I'm up here, I've got to do it up here. So stand by Q47 and roll VT.
Hello Manchester Pride, how are you all doing? My name is Adam, and you might already know me from the BBC series I Kissed a Boy. Came to Kiss Boys, ended up coming out as HIV positive. To show people that people with HIV are powerful, they're strong, we're human at the end of the day. George House Trust are one of the incredible charities who have devoted so much time and effort and love. And after 40 years of doing this, the fight is not over. To everyone at the George House Trust, past, present and future, here is one big thank you from some very special friends.
Hey George House Trust, thank you so much for everything that you've done over the last 40 years. You've helped so many people.
Everyone at the Terence Higgins Trust, thank you for your huge contribution, and not only the way you've served Greater Manchester, but the whole country in the HIV response.
Everyone at the National AIDS Trust would like to say
congratulations! Congratulations, George House Trust, for the last 40 years from all of us at LIVNA. Keep smashing stigma.
It was such an honour to share stage with you during Manchester Pride Vigil 2022. Happy 40th anniversary. Your impactful work in our communities is truly appreciated.
From all of us at AKT, it's a huge congratulations to George House Trust.
Congratulations, George House Trust, from the staff at the Salford Lansburn Clinic.
Congratulations, George House Trust, from everyone at the Northern.
Name's Orla, I'm a GU doctor, and George House Trust has taught me everything I know about HIV activism.
Like the highlights of my career was directing the Candlelit Vigil for over 10 years. And I'd like to thank everyone who was a part of those vigils.
Just want to say a massive thank you to everybody at George House Trust. We as a community are so thankful and grateful.
Andy Burnham here, a huge thanks from us all for the thousands of people you've helped in Greater Manchester, the difference you've made. Thank you from us all.
So on behalf of everyone here in the city of Salford, across Greater Manchester and beyond, I want to thank you for your 40 years of dedicated solidarity.
Hi, I'm Councillor Bev Craig, leader of Manchester City Council. We've changed dramatically over the last 40 years, but there's still so much more to do. But today is about saying thank you. Know that you've really made a difference. We really appreciate it. Thank you.
We love you, George House Trust. Thank you for all of your work, smashing stigma.
Hi guys, it's Danny Beard here, and George House Trust means so much to me. I've been privileged enough to work with you guys on so many incredible events, and I see the work that goes into it, and I've heard the stories of the people it's helped.
As the inspiration for the character Jill in It's a Sin, I've been fighting against HIV stigma for many, many years. So I just want to say a big thank you, and thank you for all the work that you do.
George House Trust, congratulations on an amazing 40 years. Thank you for all the amazing work you do, smashing stigma. We love you, George House Trust, you're amazing.
To all the staff, the volunteers and service users of George House Trust, past and present, it's Ian McKellen sending you love. Congratulations and thank you for 40 incredible years of HIV activism.
Thank you. Happy 40th. Wonderful organisation, wonderful people. Lots of love.
Manchester, make some noise for the George House Trust! We are having a blast. We want to see you dance along. Tonight we have cried, we have grieved those we've lost, but we are also here to celebrate life!
And thanks to the tireless efforts of George House Trust, staff, scientists, doctors, medical professionals, community groups and activists, people living with HIV are doing just that. Living. Nah, not just living, thriving!
Manchester, given that we are celebrating 40 years of HIV activism with George House Trust, don't you think it is about time that we welcome to the stage people living with HIV and those fighting for a world free from stigma?
Manchester, are you ready for one last party? Nah, that was rubbish. Manchester, are you ready for one last party?
Make some noise for the George House Trust positive speakers!
I've been out there dancing on the floor, and darling, and I feel like I need some more, and I feel my body close to yours, and I know my love, it's about that time. Make me feel, woo, mighty real, make me feel mighty real. You make me feel mighty real. You make me feel mighty real.
Manchester, please make some noise for George House Trust staff and volunteers!
Down and then it's nice and dark and the music's in me and I feel real hot and you kiss me there and it feels so good and I know you love me like you should.
Manchester, give it up for Greater Manchester's HIV doctors, nurses, healthcare professionals and allies!
Mighty real now, you make me feel mighty real. Said you make me feel mighty real. You make me feel mighty real. Make me feel mighty real. Make me feel mighty real.
Right, I don't know about you, but I'm feeling mighty real. Are you feeling mighty real? No, I know you can do better than that. I said, are you feeling mighty real? Come on now. Woo! I want to introduce you to some iconic people. I want to introduce you to some very, 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 very iconic people. Make some noise for my friends. Come on, Diva.
My name's Anita. I am a wife, a mother, a friend, and a disruptor. And thank you to George House. I've been living with HIV for 37 years.
Hello! I'm Jide Macaulay. I am a happy, holy homosexual. I'm also a gay reverend living with HIV for the past 22 years.
Hello, I am Andrew Oakes and I am a HIV activist online, a positive speaker, and I am proud to be living with HIV.
Hello, I'm Ellie Harrison. I've got a great heritage and I'm living with HIV.
Hiya, I'm Jamie and I'm having a lovely time and I'm here with HIV.
Hi, I'm Paul. 40 years ago, in 1985, I was one of 6 gay men who started Manchester AIDS Line, now George House Trust. I now manage the amazing positive speakers. I now dance queer tango all over the world. I'm living well with HIV.
Manchester, give it up for the George House Trust!
You make me feel mighty real. You make me feel mighty real. So you make me feel. You make me feel mighty real.
This has been the George House Trust Candlelit Vigil, closing Manchester Pride 2025. You have been amazing. We love you so much. Good night.